are a natural producer of aluminum. The wood will be replaced by the aluminum. Doors, windows, this is a beautiful battle. If you look at today's car, if you look at today's aeroplane, 60-65% element goes out of aluminum. And aluminum is a natural material, somebody produces and then process. So we thought of putting up this plant. 7,000 people of Kalahandi work for that plant, build that plant. The raw material was available. Namegiri was given to us for the next door to Nagpur. And we are so conscious because people never used to even wear the clothes if you know the background of Kalahandi. If you go today, we have a college, we have a school, we have a hospital, and all the local people work there for 7,000. And I definitely believe, I don't know who, world does not want us to progress. World does not want us to progress. And they will bring as much as possible obstacle for us to grow. And then what happened, we have been asked by the NGOs, by the people not to do bauxite mining. There is no habitation there, hardly anything. He says, we don't want to go to any controversy. You have promised us only thing but we have the bauxite. Either it has to be bringing for the use of human, or it can be lying there forever for 500 years. The government grows hundreds of crores of revenue, employment will be provided, or youths are coming. So that's what the position is. We have Namegiri is the name where the bauxite deposits are. We have been asked to do the mining. They are not a blade of grass. It's under. We have also said that we don't want that deposit. Look at something else so we can run that plant. I believe that a plant like this will be at least 10 plants to come up to make sure we make better aluminum, good aluminum for our country.
Hello sir, my name is Anil Agarwal and I have a business model. Usually many of the big companies in India which started off in the manufacturing sector and later on move on to diversify into different sectors like retail and so on and so forth. So just wanted to check with you whether Vedanta has any sense of plans to diversify from the manufacturing and mining sector into other sectors.
We do not have. We have not touched the tip of the iceberg. What I'm only promoting, like in India, we have only 3 oil companies. One is the government, one is ONGC, one is the cane. You need at least 50 oil companies in India to do the exploration of, and this is amazing sector. Even if you look at the defense, 90% defense equipment we import. Defense equipment is nothing else except engineering. Piece of steel engineering. And we have all the ability and capability in our mind to manufacture. Wherever government has trusted us as a deliverer. If you look at the multinational, the Indian company, the entrepreneur, wherever government has trusted and said, go ahead. We have given them the best of airport, best of IT companies, best of telecom companies, anything. And time to come, I think manufacturing, I am in the manufacturing sector and I would like to be in the manufacturing area. But what you say is, a lot of other people or you people have the idea to go in the retail or anything, there is a huge scope. Sure.
My name is Vedanta. So Vedanta has spread all across the world. We know it is working in India also and other countries also. But as if we check the ranking that India is ranked 132nd of ease of doing business out of 185 countries all across the world. So as a businessman, what do you think that are the hurdles that actually stop people doing business in India? And my second part of the question is, being a majority stockholder in the GDP growth, what is your suggestion to the government to actually ease this problem?
I'm thinking full as you can see, but
sir, what is hurdles that the government
doing the business in India, the business doing in India.
Yes, the business, ease of business in doing business in India is pretty low. So what are the companies generally face problems when they enter into India, and I mean, what are the government policies and what are the problems that you face when you enter doing business in India?
Sure.
And as a majority statement, what is the suggestion to the government so that these can be affected?
If I understand, definitely we are in, most of the business, large business, was handled by the government sector. We had all the public sector was producing everything. Now, public-private partnership has come, the private sector has come, they have volume, they are doing their different challenges, and these challenges we are facing, we are looking how can we come out of it, government also, we also, but I think being a democratic country, as we are going, your question is, what are the challenges to start new business? Is that the question? Through your understood?
Compared to India and other countries, what difficulty we have in India?
Okay.
Like these countries, environment friendly or business friendly.
Good, very good. I have experience in a developed country like Australia, which is a large market in Australia, as a manufacturing company, and we have a business in developing country like India, and we have a business in underdeveloped countries like Africa, and all three have different challenges. If you go to most developed country, the costs are very high. At the same time, it's easy because the clarity is there. Even anybody talk about the wrong thing, it's not acceptable. People are very concerned about their job. But at the same time, working in those countries, being expensive, people have fixed their ideas, fixed their mind. It's very difficult. People like us, when we go as a leader, to work with them. We have to make sure we are better. We work with them to get out work from them. So that's a very different developed world. But we Indians have done very well in US. It's amazing if you look at around the US, around the Australia, wherever people are scared, because even I have seen when Obama saying, watch out if people don't get up and start working, the Indians are coming, they take away your job. So that is the impression even US we have. If you work in India, it's definitely very challenging. I have always said, people have asked me, if we are young, how do we start, where do we start? I've said, look, the state where you are, all these states you look at, there is a lot of priority projects for the state government. Go and look at what are their priority projects. Some may have irrigation projects, some may have environmental projects, some may have a solar energy, alternative energy project, which they are giving a huge priority, subsidy, 30%, 40%, they go out for the equity to support you. Look at that project because it has a lot of support from the government, and to build that business, to build the feasibility on those projects, 3 or 4 people, you can join together, work on the project, and tremendous funding available. Today, in our time, the funding was not available. Today, the private equity, the banks, all are out to fund. It's only looking your idea, looking the government backing and the requirement, and you can definitely go out, look at that project and build your business. That's a beautiful model. You should try. I know the manufacturing area is a tremendous opportunity. All the states, all the 25 states what we have in India, we have that opportunity. Even in abroad, we have seen the opportunity what you have, even the IT sector for a job, or to be starting your own business in Africa. It's a tremendous opportunity. I've also seen even the out of 10 business, 4 or 5 business goes under. And please keep eye on those business. Those businesses are available probably 1/10 of the price, 1/3 of the price. So look at those projects, revalidate them, have a couple of people rebid because the capital cost is very low. There are chances that you can be successful. But working in India has a different challenge. working in Africa has a different challenge. People in Africa are very, very simple. It's amazingly simple. I remember when I went to Congo, I was preparing myself. I'm going to Congo, I'm going to meet President Kabila. He's an amazing personality. I was preparing myself when my plane arrived to the charter plane, because I always believe that you go with a little bit of show. We went there, when I get out from the plane, I realized a young boy with the military dress is standing there. Probably I thought some guard has come. He was the president himself to receive me. And I wasn't sure what do I do, what do I address it. So now these African countries are very, very simple, but people like us spoil them. We start giving them a gift, we start telling them His Excellency, we put them to pedestal, trying to extract out of them, influence them, but very easy to do business, but the security is the problem in Africa. Security is definitely a problem in Africa, but these are the challenges.
Power sector is very important for the sector in India. The main raw material is coal and gas. Most of the time, governments have to import this coal and gas from foreign countries. Coal is abundantly available in India. And due to recent government policies are also very concerned. What are your views on this?
What was the last thing you said?
The government policies on coal, gas, especially around this. You said they are very uncertain, especially coal, especially coal. So what are your views on this?
So, very, very good question. We need power. And you will be surprised that only one company supplies all the coal in India is Coal India. We have the again third largest reserve of coal in the world. Wherever the scarcity will come, the corruption will come. So that's what has happened. Coal which was abundantly available, the coal became the scarce. Same 67-68% of the world power is being produced by the coal. So when people say, go for the solar, go for we are the largest wind power producer in the country, we produce almost 300 megawatt power. So this sector is a amazing sector. I think what government is thinking at this point of time, for the gas, for our natural resources, the best thing is to have a transparent revenue model. A revenue model where whatever resource we have, they look at all the environmental laws, probably self-declared laws, which being auctioned, and people bringing the best of technology, participate, take this tender, and make coal available for their power plant for others. And that's what government is thinking at this point of time. There is a lot of power plant which has no coal, there is not enough coal, but internationally the coal price is coming down. So if the import-based coal, again if you go to the world, people will say, we are supplying to India, we are connected with India. So everybody is looking to export coal to India, send coal to India, to make it dumping ground. But I believe that in a few years' time, people like you will come up, young people will come up, a lot of companies will come up, and at least 10 coal companies will come up with a very transparent manner, with taking all the environmental law with them to produce coal, which will supply our plant. At the same time, gas, we have enough gas, we have KG versus gas, we have a deep sea water gas. These gases come up, which again will be used for our human purpose. In India, normal public can't afford more than 2 rupees unit power. They can't afford more than 60 rupees petrol and 60 rupees for the cylinder. And this is very important for government to get more and more revenue. So they put in this subsidy for this. And that can only happen when we have a local production. We'll take 3 last questions. Is that be okay? Yeah. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Vedanta is committed to the use of upgraded alternative sources of energy in its value chain. How does Vedanta decide upon such a huge capital investment when the probability of returns is less certain, especially in case of alternative sources of energy, like energy.
You're saying how do we finance this alternative source of energy?
How do you value such capital expenditure?
How do you value?
How do you value such capital expenditure when the risk of production through the alternative sources of energy is low? Like, for example, renewable energy.
Like example of?
Wind energy.
Wind energy, sure. No, again, good question. No, I've never seen the way I see the curiosity in blue people. No, nice. You see the Goa sitting, people are enjoying. Evaluating this has to be evaluated. Again, it's very much important government support us on this endeavor because entire alternative fuel has to depend on this government initiative. On the government initiative, whether you talk solar, whether you talk wind energy, to start this required lot of deals, lot of funding. But today, if you make a feasibility, government fundings are available, and it's a huge technological step which is happening in the world. And I'm 100% sure time to come, 30%, 40% of our energy requirement will convert into this alternative energy. So I really invite all of you, if you want to look at any of our plant where we have started 300 megawatt solar wind energy, to come and have a look. But to make a feasibility, you have to make a feasible in the sense of probably wind velocity, what it is. You have to look at, as you go more deeper into it, you will realize you have to be expert to make sure to take right decision. Thanks.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Holiness, and first of all, I like to thank you for providing an opportunity called Vedanta, because I was an employee of Vedanta, and I worked both at Silvassa and Rajasthan, Hindustan, recruited.
Very good question. No, when I get very frustrated, as some of you said, when things are not moving and the corruption and things are not. I'm not a good reader, but my father is a great inspiration. 82, 83 years old, and he read a lot. So he read me a book of America, time of Lincoln, and he says, look, what India is like America. What used to happen 30, 40 years back in America? Everything was licensed, even the liquor was licensed. Environmentalists and the NGOs will all hovering around America. They will not allow them to build their bridges, build any factories. There will always be a protection. The politician will have no discipline except making money in America. That was the trend. And he says we are going through the same process. What happened? He says they set up this 30 and 40 universities in America, which was set up by the individuals. It was set up by the individuals. And this was not a ratta model, it was a think tank. It was a think tank, and it's a think tank where they can develop alternative source of energy, alternative medicine, or to do a political science to develop a politician. All the Western world, they never even think to making money. I lived in 15 years in London. I know at least 3 prime ministers. They all live their life after they complete the prime ministership. They live their life on the basis of going and giving lecture. Each lecture they charge 500 $5,000, $10,000. They never can't even imagine they have a funding, the public funding for the election. How all these things has come? I think what I could guess is a progress where in these universities they have been taught, they have produced a politician. These universities, what they have done in America, they diverted 25% of the population, art, nature, music, these areas where the job creation is the most important on this earth. And this universities does this, to think, and that was one of our ideas. India needs this kind of universities. And I've also find that most of these universities in US have a waterfront district. So this Odisha came up and we thought we'll put in most of our wealth into this university. It costs about 10,000 crores and for 100,000 students. You'll be surprised, 5,000 faculty came forward, mostly from North America, to come and teach here. They will not come for full year, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. So that was the whole idea, and I'm sure this will come through, and this will be the one which will throw the best of politicians, best of engineering, how to do things, how to do better for our society.
Yeah, I think so we are pressed for time, so we'll take one last question. Good evening, sir.
Come with the film again after get the problem. Give them idea.
In today's world, everybody is only valuing money. Everybody is running after money. And everybody is like pocketing the value and followed by us to higher values. So what do you think is the future of India?
Good. I think this question, well taken, money is very important. In our time, money was not important, but money is very important. And it should not be greed, but we want all of us to be richer every year. That's the means, that's how the lifestyle, and it should not be as a greed, but whatever we do, I always see, you look at, because money plays a very important role, and I always encourage all of you, the equity market, please learn as much as possible, all of you, to understand the equity market. This will always give you something extra, because 60% of the wealth of the world is in the equity. And it's a question of multiple, it's a question of confidence. When I see a chocolate company or a consumer company where the multiples are 30, 40, and the best of engineering companies, sometimes the multiples are 3 or 4. So this is something is very important for all of you. I'm not diverting this subject. Very important for you to understand the equity market, to learn the equity market, and not for the speculation, but to understand the market when you start your business or you work for the company. If you work for the company, look at whether that company has this stock option, that company make you, because it's very important for us. We can't live forever for building our house, let our dream come true. And that will not only come from the salary, it has to come from the perks, it has to come from the equity market. So this equity is very important where you work or the business you start. You have to keep thinking, one day I'm going to list this company and I'm going to get a value. And to answer your question, it's good to be always keep that mind that money is important, but at the same time, it has to have a passion. You have to have a passion, satisfaction that this is for me, this is the work I like. Money will be the byproduct. And it should not be turning to the greed and allow you to do the wrong thing. That's the only thing always you keep in mind, that money should not allow you to take you to the greed and do the wrong thing. So with that, thank you. looking forward this institute to go forward. I was very keen for the natural resource, so we have the management of this institute has agreed for the mining faculty, and I have been told I was very scared that how many people will respond, but I am looking many more will come for the natural resource to understand what the mining is, and I wish you all the success for this institute to do very well, and please invite me again so I can come and interact with you again. Thank you.
These are two of the many vital lessons on entrepreneurship and free thinking we learned from today. On behalf of Goa Institute of Management and Vedanta, we would like to thank you, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule. Now I request the respected director, President Mr. Agarwal,